Hello, everybody. A very good morning to all of you out there. Welcome to the Site24x7 webinar today. Today's session will be on simplifying monitoring for MSPs and CSPs. We will quickly run you through the challenges faced by MSPs, how Site24x7 aids in overcoming those challenges. So with that, let's move to the focal point of today's webinar, simplified monitoring for MSPs. Now, what are the complexities that MSPs face today? The first and most important challenge would be to assure your customers that their resources are secure. According to a study by the University of Maryland, hackers attack every 39 seconds with the average cost of a data breach reaching $3.92 million. Hence, it is extremely important that MSPs should be vendors of products that ensure the security of the customer resources. A rapidly changing cloud environment. What started as a simple public or private cloud has evolved into hybrid cloud and multi-cloud. Today's MSPs need to adapt the resources that are hosted in a combination of these cloud technologies. The cloud is constantly evolving, and a process you implemented last month might be inefficient the next month. Talking about scalability, in the critical space of IT infrastructure, all it takes is one mistake for a customer to lose faith in an MSP's ability to provide services. As the services they offer keep growing, it is crucial to ensure that the services are rolled out without suffering a decline in operational efficiency. As an MSP, you might not always have access to your customer's infrastructure to perform an immediate fix for a critical downtime. In such cases, what's necessary is an automation tool in place that will automatically remediate issues or perform periodic routine tasks. Another operational difficulty for an MSP is to track the performance of their customer resources across the multiple tools that are usually employed. Tracking the performance of various components across silos and correlating events to decipher the root cause is tedious. Not to mention the cost involved in procuring multiple tools and the expertise to manage them. Talking about SLAs, the goal is a satisfied customer and a happy, profitable services business. To accomplish both, you need to set expectations of what you can do, what you will do, how you will do it, and what you need from the customer to be successful from them. Building an SLA is the foundation for a long-lasting and fruitful relationship between you and your customer. An SLA will allow you to effectively establish with the customer what services will be provided, along with the limitations and constraints of providing them. Deciding on an SLA that is mutually accepted by the provider and the customer is both intricate and complex. So let us now look at a scenario to understand how the services of an MSP is crucial to an organization. Zylker is an MSP who provides IT services to multiple clients in the financial sector. Their clients have global business presence with multiple branch offices. They are looking to make a transition into the cloud. Now, how can Zylker manage and monitor these new workloads as well as provide seamless functioning of their applications? Zylker should handle the cloud migration in phases and ensure that the resources are stable. Real-time metrics and insight into customers' migrated services help verify the performance and efficiency of the applications and their underlying infrastructure. Stability is measured in terms of availability of the applications and the infrastructure they are hosted in. An important factor that would greatly help here is to have deep visibility into the cloud workloads and their underlying infrastructure throughout the migration process, because even a minor technical glitch would ruin the customer. Zylker's business and reputation in addition to high cost implications for Zylker customers. Also, a high-level view of all their customer environments from one console would allow them to migrate and support workloads much quicker without being engaged in this time-consuming manual task that could keep their attention away from other critical system issues. Since an MSP will be providing their services to a large number of customers, they will need a tool like Site24x7 to manage multiple customers in a single console. You can securely add resource of multiple customers where the data pertaining to one customer will not be visible to another customer. Real-time metrics such as availability, uptime, and performance of all customers' IT resources helps evaluate the performance and efficiency of all migrated components. Managed services has now moved from traditional method of being reactive to proactive. The next gen MSP assists organizations every step of the way with periodic assessments and recommendations to optimize their IT performances. For this, they will need the right tools that will help them achieve that. We'll show you how you could use Site24x7. And not only with Site24x7 helps in performance monitoring, but it also helps to optimize resources being used. Being an all-in-one monitoring solution, Site24x7 helps you monitor every layer of your customer's IT infrastructure stack and ensures that their IT operations happen without any hiccups. So first, let's take a look at the service offerings you can provide as an MSP to your customers with Site24x7. With most customers having a global business presence, they would have servers in multiple locations. What you need is a single place from where you can access all the server performance details. Our agent-based server performance monitoring will help you track the health of the servers hosting your business applications. You get over 60 performance metrics with which you can quickly identify issues. So let me take you to the Site24x7 web client and show you the details. The server tab here. The server tab lists all the servers monitored for one customer. You can see detailed charts for CPU, memory, and disk utilization. By navigating the Services and Processes tab, you can view the list of currently running services and processes on your server and their individual performance metrics. Similarly, you can get all these metrics of your virtual machines as well. Every component of your virtual environment that you monitor is present under the VMware tab. Just as we saw for physical servers, every performance metrics, including CPU utilization, memory utilization, and disk utilization, and processes are monitored. Moving back to the presentation, we support monitoring of Microsoft applications, including Exchange, SQL, IaaS, Hyper-V, Windows Cluster, and Active Directory. So now let's say that you wish to monitor a web server like Tomcat running in my production environment. The Tomcat plugin is a ready-to-install integration that monitors the performance, availability, and usage stats of Tomcat servers. Likewise, we provide 100+ plugin integrations to monitor databases, web caches, message brokers, big data applications, and more. Let's consider a scenario where you have spotted a spike in disk usage in your customer server. Since disks can be used for regular backups, they often reach high usage levels. It would be time-consuming to set up regular remote assistance with the customer to perform a disk cleanup. Rather, we provide you with tools to automate such routine tasks by setting up IT automation. With a simple server script or server command, you can clear the disk space. The command will be automatically invoked when the disk reaches a configured threshold value, say 95% usage, thus saving a lot of time on mundane routine tasks. Staying true to all-in-one monitoring tag, we also provide support for resources hosted in the public cloud, including AWS, Azure, and GCP. At present, we provide support for over 35 AWS integrations, 100 Azure services, and over 15 services in GCP. Let's quickly look at the web client. So clicking on the Cloud tab would take you to our cloud integrations segregated here. First, let's look at the AWS integration. Setting up an account is pretty simple. You just have to provide a role ARN, select the services you wish to monitor. Up next is the EC2 instance. Along with the CloudWatch metrics integrating with our server monitoring, this agent gives you a system-level metrics. We have got support for monitoring over 100 Azure services. You can see the status of all services in the infrastructure dashboard. With that, let's move on to the next service offering, network monitoring. Be it an SMB or a large enterprise, the organization's infrastructure contains multiple devices in your network like routers, switches, firewalls, etc. that help with operating continuity. Site24x7 automatically discovers all the SNMP devices in your network and monitors them for their performance and alerts you of their faults. A network admin cannot possibly visualize all the devices in an organization's network. That's why Site24x7 makes it easy for you to view the connectivity between the devices and visualize them hierarchically. So, what does a user expect when accessing a web application? They want it to be fast and user friendly interface, which doesn't often break. Site24x7 helps you identify the errors at the code level that causes these breakages. So as you can see in the web client, under the APM tab, you can capture the time taken for every single transaction, identify the commonly occurring exceptions here. This helps you identify the components that slow down the application and eliminate them so that the users of the application have nothing to complain about. So what do we do when we are looking to purchase a product or simply learn information about a service? We look up online, and the answers, they are provided to us through websites. So every business relies on websites and web applications to communicate their services and hence are faced with the necessity to deliver a seamless end user experience when users access their site. To quantify the need of superior user experience, let me tell you a statistic. Google found out that a delay of 0.5 seconds in search page load time dropped traffic by 20%. This is why monitoring the front-end performance of websites is crucial. Site24x7's user experience monitoring kit constantly evaluates customers' websites and provides details on their load time and availability from over 100 global locations. With real user monitoring, you can get granular insights into how the end user perceives your site across various devices, browsers, and JavaScript errors that are thrown. This is the real user monitoring tab here in the client. So you could just click on one of the applications. You could see some geographic status data here, data based on ISPs, browsers, device types. So say your customer is an e-commerce company and they want to track the user journey right from the login, searching for a product and adding it to cart. So this behavior can be simulated and checked periodically for breakage in any of the steps along the user journey. So when a user actually performs these steps, there is no reason to abandon the website. This is a real browser monitor, and a couple of steps that are recorded are here. You can have them in the screenshot. Similarly, you can also check the performance of your DNS servers, FTP servers, file servers, and the availability of REST API endpoints. Your URLs and web applications are not on the internet facing and are running behind the firewall, which also needs monitoring. So the on-premise poller is a software that when downloaded onto your intranet discovers your intranet resources and monitors their health as well. Say your infrastructure is running in the AWS platform. So along with gathering the performance metrics as previously shown, we have gone one step further to analyze the spending patterns, identify how much money your services are costing, and enforce control by creating budgets. Site24x7 Cloud Spend helps you with the AWS cost management for your entire organization, so you get the most value of every dollar you spend. You could also receive important alarms and notifications in your mobile app and track the status of your resources, no matter where you are. So with that, I would transfer the presentation to our technical expert Ilango, who will walk you through the rest of the presentation. Over to you, Ilango.
Thank you, Sushma. So far Sushma has explained you on what is MSP with a use case and how Site24x7 monitoring works and adapts MSP players. So now I'll just give you an introduction on why Site24x7 MSP. So with the standard Site24x7 model, you should be able to achieve all the monitoring feature what you're currently doing in MSP as well. So you should be able to group the monitors. You can do the website monitoring, server monitoring, network monitoring, real user, application performance, app log, and whatnot. So you can have the complete full stack monitoring solution with a standard plan. But the main purpose of our MSP is to have easy management. So let's say if you have a standard plan and if you're managing all your customers with a single account, you can create group of monitors and you can map each customer to a group and you can monitor them, but you will lose the feature of easy management. So you'll not be able to white label them, you'll not be able to resell your product, you'll not be able to manage them easily. So let's see, the first point is multi-tenancy. Multi-tenancy in the sense you will be able to manage the users, your customers as individual business units. So you will not have one single account and you will not be able to see all the monitors in one place. Here you will have a single console to administrate all your customers and you will have individual business units to manage their monitors. So this is how the MSP plan, the MSP model looks like. So you'll have an interface where you can add the customers as an individual business unit. And if you just get into the customer account, you'll be able to see the monitors that you have added. So you can add any type of monitor. It can be website, server, network, application performance, or whatever. So when you get back to MSP, you'll be able to see the user's account. And again, you can have any number of customer business units like this, and you can manage them easily. The second one is user management. Not just the customer management, you can also associate your operators or administrators to each and every business unit with a user role. And you can give them access to access the reports and alerting part for each and every customer. So you can just go to admin, user and alerts. That's how you do in the standard plan. Just create the users and give them a role. So you have two different roles, MSP admin and MSP operator. So MSP admin will be able to administrate the business unit, whichever you allocate. And the operator will be able to view the status of the monitors, and he will be able to schedule the maintenance window. So once you create the business unit, or while you create the business unit, the MSP administrators will be listed here. I have only one administrator, so I'm just seeing my name. So if you have multiple administrators, all the users will be listed. You can simply check them and you can associate the administrators to the MSP account, the business unit. You should have also noticed other type of roles here. So org super admin and org user, these are organization level privilege, and it's similar to the same, the standard plan. It follows the same organization level access from Zoho accounts. You can also give user roles to end customers if you wish. The other important features of MSP model is easy configuration. So on a standard plan, you should have noticed these location profile, threshold profile, notification profile, and email templates. These profiles could be created on a global level under the MSP model. So you do not have to create these profiles for individual customers. So you do not have to get into each business unit and create this profile individually. You can create them from here, from administration, configuration profile, and these profiles, whatever the profile that you're creating here will be listed on the customer's account. So for example, I just get into this customer account, and if I'm creating a monitor, I'll be able to see the location profile global, which I have created under the MSP admin, and I can map the same. So it can be done for any customer account that you're creating, and you also have the feature or the accessibility to create a profile individually for the business unit. It doesn't reflect on the other business unit. If you're creating a location profile over here under this customer account, it will not be reflecting on the other customer account, which has to be done at the global level. Similarly, you can do the threshold profile, the notification profile, and the email templates. So you can have a common template or common profile for all the customers. For example, you might have customers, you might have customer only from the central part of United States. So you can choose the location servers from the central part, and you can have it under the global location profile so that you can map the same profile to all your customers. And you will also get the feature of APIs. So you will get the APIs for each and every customer individually, and you can create monitors or delete or suspend or whatever action that you want to perform, or whatever the action that you're performing on your interface can be performed through the API as well. Admin, and developer. You can view the API documentation. So these API documentation, you will get the auth token for each and every business unit, the customer account, which you can use to do the API actions. And this is not added feature for MSP model. It is available on the standard plan as well. So you have the feature of bulk deployment. You can do it at each customer level. So if you have a customer who's adding 100 server monitors or thousands of server monitors, you can use the bulk deployment option. If it is an Azure, you can use the Azure VM extension, or if it's the Windows, you can go through the method like Active Directory or remote commands, salt stack. And if it is Linux, you can go with Ansible, Chef, Puppet, salt stack as well. And the most important part of MSP model is the rebranding. So you can rebrand or white label Site24x7 because none of the MSPs want to show their vendor through which they are monitoring. So simply they want to project themselves, right? So that's what the branding is. So you can just go to admin, my account, change the logo, add the company name, add your custom domain name, your own domain, and do the CNAME mapping. Once it is done, while creating the customer accounts, you can add the custom login portal. So you'll be simply adding this subdomain to the main domain that you have added under my account, so that your end customers can log into this URL with your own logo and their own credential, and they can view the monitors from there. And this is not a different feature again, but here you will be able to view the status of all the monitors of all the customers. So you can create dashboards at the customer level, which you might have seen on the standard plan as well. So when you go to home, you will see the dashboard. You can create a dashboard with widgets for multiple monitors, and you can publish them. Similarly, you can do that for, do that at the MSP level as well. So if you just go to dashboard, you can create a dashboard, you can add widgets. All you have to do is simply choose the customer account and choose the monitor that he has added. For instance, if you want to create a dashboard just for website monitors for all your customers, you can do that. You do not have to get into individual customers every time to view the status of the website monitors individually. So you can simply create a dashboard for website monitor for all your customers at one place, and you can share them to your team as well. Or even you can create it as a PDF report and you can share it with your customers. And this is again a common feature for all the plans, which is the status IQ. Similar to Cloud Spend, we also come up with a sub product of Site24x7, which is status IQ. I mean the status page. Here you can just get into a customer account, or you can do it from here. You just go to status IQ. So it has to be done at the MSP level. So when you just go to MSP, it will list all the customer accounts here. So just choose a customer account for which you have to create the status page. And once you create it, you will be able to view the status page on each and every customer level. And the other important part is license management. So once you have the license, I'll show this to you. So you will find a separate plan for MSP. So this plan will give you 50 websites or server monitors. I mean, 50 basic monitors and 3 advanced monitors. So for example, if you're creating 2 customers, or if you're managing 3 customers under your MSP model, and you will have 50 basic monitors and 3 advanced monitors in your bucket. So if you're adding 10 for customer A, you can simply go ahead and add 20 basic monitors in customers B account, and another 20 in customer C. So all the 50 basic monitors can be allocated this way. Or you can just go to the the license page under subscriptions, because not all the time the super admin will be managing the customer account. So you will have MSP administrators. So if you wish to limit your MSP administrators in adding license to the customer account, you can simply apply license from here. Certified monitoring usage. By default, you will see only the RUM page views and the app log. Here you can just get into the advanced setting and allocate monitors, like 5 monitors for basic, 1 advanced, and 5 networking. So an MSP administrator will be able to add only 5 monitors, even if you have 50 licenses in your bucket. And this one is again not a new feature to MSP. It's been done at the customer level. So you have the ease of integrating your third-party application or the customer's own third-party application with Site24x7. For example, customer A has ServiceNow and customer B has PagerDuty, and if they want to receive alert on their own channel, you can simply integrate them and they can push the notifications to their tool. You just go to admin, third-party integration. You can find all the third-party tools here. So I'm choosing Microsoft Teams. I can get in here and integrate the customer's account and let them receive the notification on their channel. That's all for today. Thank you, everyone.